Darlings, on today's video, I'm bringing you my review and full day wear test on the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer and her new Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Setting Powder. Let's see how these two products work on very dark, deep under eye circles, over 40 experienced skin. I'm so happy that I was able to get my hands on the beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer as well as the new Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Setting Powder. We're going to be putting these products to the test on these horrible dark under eye circles. I'm on my 4th floor, meaning I'm over 40 years old, so I do have fine lines, signs of aging, and we're going to put these products to the test. And oh my, if Charlotte Tilbury was overdue to bring us a new concealer. And I said overdue because, to be honest with you, the Magic Away concealer, although it was a okay, good kind of concealer, it wasn't an OG concealer. Not only because of the performance of it, but also for the design of the application. That little sponge that always got a little gaggy, and it wasn't sanitary, also exploded everywhere if you were, like, you put the cap on it, and it was just a mess. And after her beautiful skin foundation, which is the foundation that I'm using today, it makes total sense for her to have brought this beautiful skin radiant concealer, which is she's promoted it as science plus color. Basically, it does have skincare ingredients. It's supposed to help with the appearance of dark under eye circles by reducing their appearance by 40% in 28 days. Okay, that's a big claim right there. Don't we know that Charlotte Tilbury loves to do big claims? But not only that, it's supposed to give your skin a smoother and more radiant effect. It boosts hydration by 173% in 1 hour. We will see on that. It has hyaluronic acid, golden vitamin C, collagen, niacinamide. So it's basically a hybrid between a skincare and a makeup, quote unquote. And I had to buy 3 shades. Why? Because I usually use the Magic Away color corrector because of my dark under eye circles. These give me a little bit of that peach tone and actually helps me a lot to, just camouflage these dark under eye circles. But because of these wear tests, I really wanted it to have a concealer that had a little bit of a peach hue, and I was undecided. So I picked up 3 shades. Shades 4.5 fair, 6.5 medium, and 7 medium. I use in these foundations 6 neutral. By the way, I will be leaving all the details of the makeup that I'm using today. Everything will be on the description box below for your convenience, along with the links of, again, all the makeup, including these new products, which are available right now, not only at Charlotte Tilbury's website, but also at other retailers. Again, all the details are in the description box below. And thank you so much for those who shop through my links, because that's a really good way to support my channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Okay, let's bring you closer so we can start with this demo. This is a brightening concealer with a medium to buildable coverage with a 16-hour wear, and it is made in Germany. The shelf life is of 6 months and it comes with 7.2 grams of product, which is pretty generous for a concealer, very much alike to many other concealers in the market. This time around, she brought us a very simplistic bottle, nothing too fancy or extravagant, nothing of that. Unlike to many other concealers that are in the market, it has the CT logo on the top. Nonetheless, the packaging is really, really nice. By the way, for those who are new here to my channel, welcome to all of you. I film in natural light. Let's go ahead and start swatching first the concealers. Here I have the shade 4.5 Fair. Doe foot applicator is very tiny, actually. A little bit slanted. Oh, this is too light for my skin tone. Not even when I'm at my palest. This will work for me. Just too bright. Okay, so that's 4.5. 6.5 medium. On the light range, honestly, there was, that I remember, there was none of them that had a peach undertone. Now, this one had, I think the description was a neutral undertone. Again, this is 6.5 medium. Okay, this may work. And then the last one is 7 medium. That's good that it was well close. Okay. Okay, this is weird. The 7 medium is lighter than the 6.5 medium. Like way lighter. Look at that. I'm just gonna keep them on my hand and let them dry. That way we can see if they oxidize or not. But I think for what I'm seeing right now, I think I'm gonna go with the 6.5 medium. Look at this dark under. So bad. So bad. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna be using a mini beauty blender. This shade is very, very brightening. And I use a very little amount. Honestly, friends, when you arrive to a certain age, or just simply if you have fine lines under your eyes, it's not flattering to use so much concealer. It just does more harm than good. But there you have it, with just 3 dots. What do you think? Okay, so far I like what I'm seeing. It does have some radiance, but it's not way too much. I'm just gonna build it up just a little more. Wow, honestly, it's looking pretty flawless. Super thin, almost traceless. It's looking super good. Like from this thing, like it looks like somebody has punched me right to this. Okay, and then really quick, let's go to these that has already, they're not completely dry, but you can see right here. They have not really oxidized, but you can tell right there the slight nuances that they have. The one that I'm using right now, the 6.5, it does have that peach undertone. I think it really helped to cancel out. Okay. You know what? I really want to see the difference that this new Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finishing Powder will do. It only comes in 2 shades because it's supposed to be a translucent setting powder. The lightest one is for fair all the way to medium skin tones, and then the second shade is supposed to be for those with tan and deeper skin tones. Obviously, I only chose one because I don't have a complexion that is deep enough to use the other shade. And here are the claims. It is supposed to be, again, a science with color kind of hybrid makeup skincare, claiming that the skin looks smoother and brighter by 80%, reduces the appearance of wrinkles by 81%. Call me, please. Dark circles appear reduced by 71%. Okay. All right. All these claims sound fabulous. This product is made in Italy and it does come with 9 grams of product. It does have a shelf life of 24 months. And as far as the skincare ingredients, it has hyaluronic acid, golden vitamin C, collagen, and Lumiblur Light Bounce Tech. I really don't know what is that, but whatever, right? With Charlotte Tilbury. Ingredients right here. The first ingredient is talc. Second ingredient is mica. And then you have silica, dimethacones. It does have radish root at the almost at the very end, as well as water. I really love the unicorn. Very nice, simplistic. I love this white approach. And I actually really love the compact too. In a way, it reminds me obviously to the Angels from Victoria's Secret, the OGs, but also it reminds me to Aerosmith. I don't know. It reminds me to Aerosmith, but there you have it. Very pretty compact. And if we compare it to the Airbrush Flawless Finish, similar in size, let's see, amount of product. Okay, this comes with 1 more gram. This is 9 grams and this is 8 grams. Okay, and on this one I have it in the shade 2 medium. This one has a shelf life of 30 months though, this one 24 months. I mean, pretty generous nonetheless. This one is a typical setting powder. This one is basically kind of like your translucent setting powder, but also a brightening powder. Very soft. Let me just try this. Now this is softer though. But at the same time it carries more pigment. I mean, it carries pigment because it does have pigment. Then with my Wayne Goss Airbrush brush, just take a little. Okay, that'll pick up plenty. And the concealer is honestly not creasing on me. I do have a very pronounced fine line right here. I'm just gonna dab it just in case. And then let's see how this goes. Okay, give me a very natural finish. Let me just build it up a little more. And let's see how much it brightens up this area. I don't feel that it's giving me a white cast. It actually looks very, very nice. Well, what a difference, huh? This side and this side. Completely different story. Going with a concealer, and I'm just gonna lay it on this side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my left hand side completely unset, and then I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. I will give you a quick check-in after I apply all my makeup so you can see the end result, and then I'm going to go out and about for my day and give you a full day wear test, see how this concealer acts on its own without any help, and then let's see how it works with this Airbrush Brightening Setting Powder. Okay, my friends, so makeup is completely done, and I have to say that the concealer on this side honestly hasn't creased. On this side, everything looks fine, it's not fading. Everything is looking pretty good. I will go out and about for my day. I will give you a few check-ins. Like I said, I film in natural light, but I most likely will take you, outside and show you how the products are looking like. And then at the end of the day, I will show you how all of these end up working. Right now, it's fairly early in the morning. It's around 9 o'clock, and I have a long day to go through. So we're going to be able to really see how these products wear under the heat of summer. By the way, I live in California. I used to live in Florida, but I do have a lot of experience with how the humidity, can really make things go downturn too, because not only I used to live in Florida, but also I come from Peru, and in Peru it's also humid, not as humid as in Florida, but I have all that knowledge. And here in California, like right now, it feels normal. There's some humidity, it's nice, but it's hot too. It's not super dry. I live very close to the coastline, so Anyhow, that's just a little piece of information for you to know, which I think is very valid and important. So I will see you in a little bit for a check-in. I had lunch and I thought, let's do a quick check-in. So let's see. This is that side where I powder. I think it's looking fairly nice. Yes, it's brightening. I can still kind of see, peek through a little bit my dark under eye circle, but that's honestly very normal. And so far from this concealer, I think is doing a really good job at covering it for not being, it's a brightening concealer, so it's not really a concealer that has, you know, like that extra color corrector kind of effect. So it's doing really good. And then as far as the powder goes, it's not making dry my under eye area, but on this area right here, I don't know if you see it, it looks, I mean, this is loss of collagen obviously, but it looks just a little bit, I mean, not super fine and not so smooth, but if you see right here, it looks very smooth, brightening. I mean, just what is, you know, what are the claims, right? And then this is the area where I didn't set it, and it's looking very nice, the concealer. As you can tell, it is radiant, but it's start looking just a little bit dewy, but yet it has increased. I do have, you know, you can see the fine lines right there. It's just a little bit more than radiant. I feel that it's just a dash glowy, but we have to count that right now is summertime, and today we hit like above 80 degrees. So counting on that, it's not looking greasy and it's not melting away. It's just a little bit extra, a little bit beyond radiant. And we are at the 5-hour mark. So anyhow, there you have it. I will give you my final thoughts in a few hours. It has passed 10 hours since I applied this makeup. It's getting not dark. I mean, there's still sunlight, but in an hour from now, it's going to be all gone. So let's talk about these new products from Charlotte Tilbury. As you can tell, oh my goodness, let me just bring it closer. There we go. Okay, this is that side where I have applied the setting powder to, this baby right here. And although it's different in consistency as the Airbrush Flawless Finish, this one I feel that it's more silky than this. This one is non-cakey. It does have some translucency. It makes everything brighter, and as you can tell, products are fading away, but in the most elegant way. You don't see patches or cakiness or a lot of like to be very, very like creepy under here. I do have, you know, a good amount of fine lines, and honestly it's looking really nice. This is the side where I didn't apply the setting powder, and although you can see my under eye circle very well, I think the concealer is doing still a really good job for being by its own. The concealer is still there. It's fading, but it's still there. Also, counting that I do have more hollow kind of under eye area, so there is a gameplay between the light and the shadow that it makes it look more pronounced on this area, while this side right here, it really have benefit on using the powder. Is it a necessity? Not. You know, my friends, I usually do not use setting powders, but this powder has done a really good job. Even though, like, I have been using my sunglasses, well, I came back home and then I just, you know, kept them up, and honestly, it's looking very nice. It's definitely looking very, very nice. I really love that it doesn't look cakey or creepy. It looks really, really good. The concealer is definitely a radiant kind of concealer. It does have, I mean, if you don't set it, it's going to become a little bit more glowy. But even then, it didn't increase. I think the concealer is really nice, and definitely is a brightening concealer. I feel that the shades, usually I'm a light to medium kind of shade, but I feel that the shades are actually to brighten up your under eye area. They are just a dash more lighter than what I would go for. Like for me, like uh, shade 6.5 or even 7, something along those lines, usually is the shade that I will go for, you know, the rest of my face. But on this one in particular, I feel that definitely is a brightening concealer, and that's what the claim is, that it will just make your under eye area look more brighter, and yes, it does make it look more smoother. Also, the consistency is not thick. I will highly suggest to just apply a little amount. I don't think and I don't see this concealer if you end up applying kind of like, that orange kind of like triangle that it will crease because I don't see that is the nature of this concealer. But regardless, if you are a person that has fine lines, I would say do not over apply any concealer for that matter. I would say, a little goes a long way and then you can build it up as needed. And that's pretty much it. If I have to compare it with another concealer in my collection, I feel that it's very comparable to the Cosas concealer. Very, very comparable. How thin it is, the coverage that it has, truly a medium coverage and yet buildable, long lasting, non creasy. Mm, Perhaps the Cosas one is a little bit more moussey and has a little bit more consistency, not super dense, but just a little bit more consistency. This one feels a little bit thinner, but very, very alike. So if you like this concealer, you may like this concealer. I would say give it a chance. If you're looking for something that I think it will work for any age. For those who are very young, no problems, a smooth area. But for those of us that we are, already battling between sunspots, our dark circles becoming more pronounced, fine lines, and all of that, I think, it's it's a really nice concealer. I think Charlotte Tilbury really has redeemed herself with this concealer. I'm very, very happy to have it. To me, more like a daily kind of concealer, more than a perfecting one, more of like that, going out type of concealer. I feel it's more like an everyday type of concealer, something that, I also find out that I like the closest one for, like an everyday concealer. Very, very nice products. And if you're excited, just as I am, about her new face palettes, yes, I have it. I have showed these and other products on my latest Will I Buy It video. So if you want to see the newest, the latest from many different brands, then I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel and make sure you ring the post notification bell because believe me, you don't want to miss any of my uploads. And if you're on Instagram, also right there I show you sneak peeks of the new and upcoming products, close-up images, reels and whatnot. Here on my hands I have the Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. This one is in medium deep, and make sure again you're subscribed to my channel because you'll see my review of this baby very, very soon. Okay, my friends, and I think this makes it for this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it, that you found it helpful. Let me know if you have any more questions and leave your comment on the comment section down below. And if you're not done watching my content, I will leave a couple videos right here. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye!